Hi, this is the Bratz Boys Club, and I am Jesse. And today I'm going to introduce you to another one of my Bratz Boys. His name is Cameron, and he is from the 2004 Summer Sunkissed collection or series. Um, I believe I had made 3 videos of 3 separate Bratz Boys from this specific collection or series. And I didn't really think I was going to collect them all. Fortunately, I was able to visit a new auction website that I'm frequenting right now. That is not the website, the seller's website I was frequenting before, where I purchased the other 3 Summer Sunkissed collection Bratz Boys. Let me just make sure that's actually correct. Summer Sunkissed. So actually, I was wrong. It's the Sunkissed Summer collection. Sunkissed Summer collection. So I was able to purchase the other Bratz Boys from the seller's website that I was frequenting before. I believe I was able to get Kay, Kobe, and Aiden for a really incredible, reasonable price each. They were, of course, more expensive than you would have had to spend at retail. Their retail value would have been a lot less than what I paid for at collectible value. So, yes, I ended up having to pay more now, this time around, because they are now collectibles or considered as collectibles. However, I actually had given up on ever completing this specific collection or series, the Sunkissed Summer collection. Um, Either way, I was able to join, or I had already joined this other auction website years ago. However, my membership went dormant, and I had to uh, confirm my identity to it once I logged back in there. Uh, but now that I am a current active member, I am able to look at different Bratz Boys available, which might not be available over at the seller's website where I purchased my other Bratz Boys. So, and of course, this auction website everybody knows about. Everybody uses it. It's been around for like ages, and everybody loves it. I'm not really sure which one is the most popular. There are two. There's this one, and there's a seller's website as like the biggest thing where you buy anything and everything under the sun, which I've also purchased Bratz Boys there as well. Um, but so I was able to find Mr. Cameron from the Sunkissed Summer collection of 2004, available for purchase at a collectibles price in this auction website. So I wanted to see if I could get him for an even better collectibles price, and I was unable to. I turned in a bid, and my bid was rejected. It was, I believe, 20 to 30% less than what the seller was asking. And of course, because he is or was one of the last ones for this specific collection or series, um, especially in that auction website, I didn't really see another one. And there was definitely no other one being sold at the other website, the seller's website I was frequenting before. So I'm thinking pretty much he is the last for this specific series or collection. I didn't bump into any others. There's a lot of them pre-owned, out of the box, used with their accessories, some without. But there is really nothing like this one anymore. I have seen photos of others, Cameron Bratz Boys from the Sunkissed Summer collection, like just photos, like on Flickr or such. But other than, up for sale or for auction, not really. So, and maybe there are some here or there, but I haven't seen any. So this one was the only one I was able to bump into, and I actually fell in love with the photos the seller took of him because I love Cameron. I believe I've explained this a few times already, maybe on my bio in my YouTube channel, and of course maybe on some of the videos that I posted, about the Bratz Boys myself. Um, But I've said this, once, and I'll say it again. I have the biggest crush on Cameron. Cameron is the one of the Bratz boys I really fell in love with. Like I said, I love all the others. They are all incredibly sexy Bratz boys, like heck, and I love them so much. But my favorite, if you were to make me pick which one, will always be Cameron. Cameron has been the Bratz boy of my dreams. So I really, really love him. So the minute I saw him available at that auction website for a nominal collectibles price, that wasn't really too exaggerated either. I mean, I have spent much more money on some of the other Bratz boys from some of the other collections or series. So I actually thought after my bid was rejected that maybe I just wanted to purchase him outright for the price that they were asking for him. Because, well, he's one of the last few that I was able to bump myself into online, and there is no other for the moment. I haven't seen any, but so I'm crazy about him. I am so crazy about him. I was just actually crazy about finishing and completing this series or collection and having all 5 of them because I am nuts over the fact, like I said in my other videos, for the Sun-Kissed Summer Collection, that for the first time this year brought us the Bratz Boys without a shirt. And of course, they've got their little shorts, they've got their little beach towels, they've got their little surfboards, they've got their little, other pair of clothing, and they've got their little sticker, and they've got their little glasses, and some little sandal feet and some goggle things. Of course, the floating about comb that is all over the place. But most importantly, this specific series or collection brought us the Bratz Boys bare-chested for the first time. And yes, I've heard it all. Whatever you think about my comment, it is not perverted. I just really wanted to see what the Bratz Boys look like without a shirt. Believe it or not, I am curious. So this is what the Bratz Boys look like without a shirt. I know I've repeated that a million times, especially when talking about this specific series or collection in particular. But I will never be done repeating that. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm such a fan of the Sun-Kissed Summer Collection. Also, there is something very particularly special about the boxes in the early 2000s for the Bratz Boys. They're a little bit more durable, some of them more than others. They're definitely made of plastic all the way through at the bottom, and they last long, even though you can see a little bit of damage all over the place on most of these. So I'm going to need to tape this stuff a little bit better. But some of the boxes of the early 2000s collections or series had a tendency to be very special. They looked somewhat different to your ordinary, Bratz Boy box. For example, this series or collection in particular has a handle that looks a little bit kind of like different. It's got this little yellow color to it. It looks like one of those little Hawaii stick thingies. Like that beach theme thing. I don't even know what to call them. I know there's a name for them. I have no idea what to call them right now. But the handle is really pretty, really unique, and it just sets itself apart from the other boxes. There are other series or collections that as well have a very particular box with a particular handle that sort of gives you the hint that it's not just the Bratz Boy that's special, it's also the box. The box tells a bigger story about the Bratz Boy himself. So I'm crazy about that as well, the fact that the boxes are very special. And in the early 2000s, MGA was very dedicated. Unlike now, not wanting to talk bad about them, but they were really dedicated to the Bratz line because it was one of the biggest, most profitable toy lines that they had available, that they had going back then. So I'm pretty sure they didn't really mind giving us the extra stuff on these. Another reason why I'm so excited about these Sunkist Summer Collection series or collection Bratz Boys, is because like most of the early series of the early 2000s, you would get much more than you do nowadays. Because MGA was during its infancy, and of course during the golden era of the beginning of MGA, and of course with the popularity that it had around the globe, they had a lot of money to invest in these guys, and of course, definitely the girls, mostly the girls. So you had a Bratz boy with lots of things on him. I mean, look at that little thing on his neck. I think that's like a, what is that? That's like a little necklace thing. So there's like a little necklace thing on his neck. You've got him wearing a little pair of shorts. Um, and of course, you know, he's got the other pair of clothing. He's got the other pair of sandaled feet. He's got the goggles. He's got the surfer board. He's got the towel. He's got the sunglasses. And of course, the floating comb. But, and the collectible card. The collectible card that if you, wherever you move the box, his little picture changes. So, you've got it all. Let me check, actually. It looks like you have, yes, that is true. I was actually not counting another extra pair of clothing right here, right there. See, right there, you've got another pair, and it looks like it's like a pair of jeans with a shirt. I'm not really sure, but it looks like you've got two pairs of clothing actually for this Bratz boy, and I believe it's the same for all the others in this series or collection of the Sunkist Summer Bratz Boys collection and series. So back in the early 2000s, you got a Bratz boy, a perfectly awesome looking Bratz boy, very trendy, very fashionable, and of course with lots of things he would be wearing. But also, like I said, you would have a Bratz boy that had a bunch of accessories. We're talking, like I said, between sunglasses, extra footwear, goggles, shorts. This one's got the towel again and the surfboard, but they had everything. They were completely loaded with everything you can think of. I'm pretty sure this box in particular maybe retailed for something above the normal price of a regular ordinary Bratz boy. So I'm thinking it would be like maybe double what I paid for my first 5 Bratz boys back in the day at retail price at our local Toys R Us. So I'm really thinking this would be like maybe one of those north of $25, because of course mine were $12.99 or $13.99. So that's another reason why I love these. They are just amazing. They come with everything. They've got it all. Everything is in the box. And not only that, but the box has really incredible art. That's actually another reason I love these. From the early 2000s, MGA, since they were extremely dedicated and extremely invested, the boxes came with incredible art all over the place. There was always something really cute, really amazing showing somewhere behind the plastic, over the plastic, on the back. It was always very interesting, and you would always see the Bratz boy in question, either on the front, on the back, or both on either side with a name, and of course the Bratz letters. It was always very, very, very special the way that they set up these boxes. Like look at the back in here. We're looking at a little tiny little description of the Sunkist Summer Bratz Cameron. And of course, you get the little photograph at the bottom of all the Bratz hanging out at the beach. So, I mean, it includes everything. It includes a little bit of like cartoonish art, and it includes a little photograph at the bottom, and a little bit tiny like little story there, description, whatever you want it to be. But yes, so the cardboard it looks like, and then of course, because these are collectibles and these are no longer items at retail, which means they're not brand new, they come with a little few damages. Some of them, depending on the seller or collector or enthusiast, they may not be. I have a few which are very close to mint. Like I said, I don't know how some of these collectors or enthusiasts manage that, but I couldn't, and many other people can't. So this one in particular has a few damages here. Let me get that close here to the camera. So, you know, right here, there's a damage here. It's broken, it's torn. It looks like it was. My boxes look a little bit like that on the edges as well, so I really don't mind about that. And it also looks like the cardboard cutout thing that's holding everything in place has been pushed towards the front, like pressing the Bratz Boy forward. So that's another little damage that this Bratz Boy in particular has sustained under the box of the Bratz Boy, which is fine because that's normally what happens over time, especially if you're moving them around and about constantly like I was, which is why my first 5 already, I think 2 or 3 of them have the comb floating all over the place. And then the cardboard kind of like loose. I think one of them has a cardboard loose, you know, flapping back and forth, everything on it. So it's going to happen at some point. But other than that, this has been a spectacular purchase because I am very excited about actually having completed the Sunkist Summer Collectioner series for the Bratz Boys. And I actually now am happy and delighted to tell you guys that I have all 5 of them. Definitely, I've got all 5, and I will be uploading another video soon with the other Bratz Boy that is not in my video collection in my YouTube channel yet, who is also from the Sunkist Summer Collection, and who I thought I was never going to be able to buy or find. And he as well was actually for a very great price. The price I paid for him, just like this one, which was identical, was a collector's price, so it was very much more expensive than I would have had to spend at retail for him. I'm wanting to say, God, 5 times what I would have paid for him at retail, just like this one, but not as much as some of the other Bratz Boys I purchased. So I am actually very glad that I paid a little less than I did for the others. So I was thrilled that even though my bids for both were rejected, the original price of both of these was incredibly manageable. It could have been a lot worse, especially for the fact, like I said, that, for example, for Cameron, I didn't find another one. He's pretty much it, as far as I'm concerned, in the places that I've used to try to look for him and to see if I could find another one or a better option, a better price. I didn't find anything. So maybe if you guys can find another one or a few others, you can let me know in the comment section, or for a better price. This one, I'm not really going to say how much he was, of course, not for this one or the next one, but he was fine. He was okay. He wasn't that bad. It could have been a lot worse. I've actually paid a lot more for a lot less, depending on the rarity of these guys and how many of them are out there. So fortunately, everything was not that bad, and I was able to get away with paying way less than I thought I was going to pay for him. And actually, thankfully, it was a good collectibles price for Mr. Sunkist Summer Cameron. But like I said, I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy, very thrilled to be adding him not only to my ever-growing collection of Bratz Boys, but also to the Sunkist Summer collection of Bratz Boys that I have completed. I've got all 5 now, so I'm just very thrilled that he was one of the last ones for that collection. So I won't need to worry about adding anything more to that collection at all. And I'm very, very thrilled actually to have him here with me. And when he arrived, I went crazy and I just couldn't believe it. And I couldn't hold on to upload a video about Mr. Sunkist Summer Cameron, and because I wanted to share him with you guys. But either way, this has been a video of one of my Bratz Boys, and of course he is Mr. Sunkissed Summer Cameron from the Sunkissed Summer collection or series. And that was it for my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be uploading another video soon, and we will see you then. Thank you.